Welcome back to 5 Minute Knives, the show where I do zero preparation, and I really like that. Today, we're going to be talking about the Fox 599. I believe it's called the EVO. Again, no preparation, and I forget. You'll figure it out. Head over to karambit.com. Shout out to my boy Leon over there. Great customer service. I keep getting duds from Fox. I ordered the original 599 in green and black, and it was wildly off center, and it was even like scraping as I opened it. So I sent it back to them, and full transparency, I took the thing apart, I put Loctite on it, I tried to work on it myself because I keep getting these karambits, these folding karambits, screwed up from Fox, and I just hate the process of sending them back. So I think if I can fix it, I fixed the centering on a lot of blades, I know how to do that now. Why not try to fix it? Well, you void your warranty, that's why. So the guys at karambit.com actually took mercy on me and gave me a refund on the bunk one. So thanks, guys. Shout out to Leon. I can vouch for them. They're great customer service. As far as the blade, yeah, look at that. This thing is hardcore, and this is actually how I use it. I use it in the foregrip, and I'm not going to get into a giant debate with people about foregrip or reverse grip, but I will make 2 points very quickly. One, reverse grip. Why do I want to take 6 to 8 inches away from my reach just to look cool? No thanks. Two, they added this really stupid lock bar here that is very flimsy. It's in the way. We're going to get to this. This is my only real con about this knife. Other than Fox's crappy quality control, sending out bunk ones all day, I've owned 5.99s, and 3 of them were bad. So that being said, it is my favorite design for a self-defense carry piece. Absolute favorite. I have the Spyderco Matriarch with a ring on it and so on. It just, that's not even legal in a lot of places. It's a little too long in the blade. This thing is legal everywhere. This Emerson wave opener is nice and deep. This catches on your pocket very, very easily. And this essentially, effectively, makes this knife faster than any auto you may own. Because you don't have to push a button. You just have to pull on the ring and you have your blade out. That's why I carry a Fox 599, and the reason I don't carry the 479 is because this fits my hand perfectly. The 479 is a little big. You got a little more, the finger grooves are spaced a little more. I'm told this was the original design, and the 499 was scaled up for American hands, I believe. But I didn't understand that size. This seems like the perfect size. With a Karambit, you don't need a giant blade, even though I do really like my Cold Steel Tiger. This lock bar is my only beef with this thing. This is so stupid. Look how easily this switches up and down. So when you go to close this thing and it's kind of like in the middle, it won't do anything. So now you got to reach behind it, make sure this thing is down before you can click, push this lock bar back and drop the blade. So dumb. And if you are in a reverse grip, that's digging right into you, and you can't check it or activate it. So you have no control over the only control minus the lock bar. Super dumb design. Fox, you took a perfect thing and made it slightly less perfect. Why? Why? It's the only bad thing. Now what's the good? The good is they've hidden the pivot. That looks super sharp. The handle scales, although there's replaceable scales now that are easily replaceable, again on karambit.com. I really like these. I love this texture, and it won't rip up my pants like the old ones. If you guys remember, we used to have to sand this down under the clip, and yes, I switched it to the right side, because again, I'm in foregrip. Actually, how I pull this out is from this finger, yeah, and I have it like that, in the initial draw, and then I might, reconfigure if I have time. So that's how I look at this one. It's awesome. It's still an amazing blade. I love the lack of billboarding on the blade. Remember how goofy it used to be? And I love this accent color on the ring. It really does kind of almost sort of hide it. I know it seems awkward, but they just don't realize this is part of a knife. The clip is fine. No movement in the clip. I like the 3 screws holding it in. The centering, again, not perfect, but close enough for me. As long as it's not dragging on the side like those other 3 were, I'm cool. You guys know the 599. It's a super hardcore knife. It's awesome. Is it a buy? Even with the goofy, stupid, dumb lock bar, that it's just such a blemish on a just really beautiful piece. Like, man, this fits my hand perfect. I still rock it. I wear this all the time. It's an everyday carry piece for me now. Especially if you're walking around without a firearm, I think this is probably the best thing for you. But that being said, man, major points off for this stupid thing. I can't stop fixating on it. And what it has effectively done is it's taken a beautiful, fun, almost fidget knife down to something that sits in a drawer in case I need it. and then it just goes in my pocket when I go out. It's kind of a shame. I don't enjoy this knife as much as I would if this really stupid, dumb, flimsy, ineffective locking mechanism wasn't placed on the thumb ramp of all places. Like, what are you thinking? Plus, if you hold this in a reverse grip like I cautioned against, you have no access to the controls. You can't fix that. You got to use two hands on this thing now. You're defeating the purpose of what you guys created. I actually want the original back. I'm fine with the original, and I'll probably carry that instead. This is kind of a collector's piece for me now, and it's just what I'm currently carrying. But is it a buy? Even with this stupid thing, totally. It's just an unbeatable design. It's totally devastating. It's, man, you get a lot of confidence inspiring with this blade shape, and I got it to a razor's edge very easily with a ceramic rod, honing rod. It's just perfect. It perfectly fits my hand, and you know, if it wasn't for this dumb thing here, I'd be screaming from the mountaintops, buy this. I will say that if this appeals to you and you do need something quickly and you are in the self-defense market, you're not going to beat it. You're still not going to beat it. It's $150 though. I'd recommend you get the original and just do those handmade upgrades that we do. We sand them down, and that's that. Just make sure it's centered, and don't mess with it. If it isn't, just send it right back, and that's your best bet. Just be patient. So I know we went a couple minutes long on this, guys, but it's because it's a complicated knife. I have a lot of thoughts on it. I try to go as fast as I could. The Fox 599 EVO, regardless of my little beef with the thing, is a total buy.